Hello everyone, welcome back to the SOMNIUM Files nirvanA initiative. Well, last time was super crazy. We found out that Komeiji had ties with, not ties, but he was in a way working for Terror, apparently, and Terror didn't like how he handled things and he killed him, or she killed him. So, Komeiji's dead now, and of course Shoma's seeing a half of his dad. He went pretty crazy or was traumatized, and he went for the Misatan Ferris wheel, and when he went there we followed him, and then he disappeared into thin air. He just went up the Ferris wheel, never came down. So it's some Matrix stuff, leaving the simulation type of thing. We are now, I think, at the park or the shrine with our buddy, our Tama, to see what we can figure out of this, we can find out, and what we can keep going with this investigation so that we can stop people from dying, because it's the fourth victim already. We have Jinfurue, Chikara, Tokiko, and Komeiji, and could be us next. So, well, not really, because we know Ryuki's alive later, but let's just jump in. A lot of things to uncover here.
What is this thing that's so important to Terror?
I must be getting old. I'm having trouble remembering.
Mr. Komeiji, why? Shoma must be there.
He'll come back down if we just wait.
I know Shoma went on that car.
And
Tama,
he did not.
do you know about this place? I heard about it from Mr. Date. This shrine worships a fruit called the Fruit of Immortality. If you eat it, you will gain eternal youth and life.
Look at his eyes.
Hey Ryuki, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're not well. Mentally, I mean.
Yep, this is sort of starting to spiral from when we saw him in the future, that he's not doing well at all.
You haven't been for a long time now, and I think it's getting worse. You should really see somebody.
I'm fine. Coming to this shrine has calmed me down.
Coming here doesn't solve anything. Praying to a god or Buddha isn't going to heal your heart. Please, Ryuki.
Okay then. You want me to go to the hospital? Before I do, let me ask for one
Remember,
thing.
he has this hole in his shoulder.
Can you replay the scene from Studio Devita right now?
Oh my god.
Ryuki.
I want to solve the HP case, no matter what. No, I have to solve it. For Komeiji. Especially now that he's...
Sheesh, you're really... Fine, I'll do it.
Remember, we left the studio before the police got there. I'm guessing that's no problem, but that was really dumb.
But promise me that after the investigation, you'll...
Yes, I'll go get checked out.
That arm is gonna fall off.
Promise, okay?
Yeah, I promise.
Now, close your eyes. Let's do this.
So,
Yeah, I
what did you
remember.
want to investigate
I
here?
remember there was a camera knockdown.
Something's been bothering me. You see that camera on the tripod that's tipped over? When we got here,
It wasn't like that.
why did it fall over?
Could it have been Terror?
But why?
I don't understand why, but it could only have been him.
No, that's not
It
true.
could have been also the other girl.
There's another
Mame.
person that could have tipped it over. When we regained consciousness, there were 4 people here. Iris, Kizuna, Mame, and Shoma. The first one to go into the studio was...
Amame.
Amame. That's what Iris and Kizuna said. Are you suggesting Amame tipped over the camera?
It's entirely possible.
But why would she do that?
That's what I'm going to figure out.
Okay, let's try to do this. Oh, of course we have this. We're going for Leving, right? Has to be. Yeah, we're going for Mizuki turning into Date, if I recall correctly. To relax. What would be Loving? This would be Brave? I know nothing about these. Well, no idea. We're still doing fine. Okay, many things to check out. Start with this, I guess.
It really isn't standing up.
Confirm the status of Komeji's corpse and the camera tripod.
Yeah.
Could it be the alcohol's fault? It happens all the time. Don't worry about it.
What are you talking about?
It's tipped over. It's only thermo and normal. Okay.
What's the estimated time of death?
Roughly an hour and a half ago. Based on the time the body was discovered, of course.
So roughly 10 p.m., February 13th. We woke up here around 11:30 p.m.
Okay. Is there anything we can check out with this? Oh, footprints.
The floor is
Hot
wetter
water.
than my...
Brother.
Please don't even say it.
Would you prefer the word moist?
Yes.
I think there was hot water in the kettle. It must have been in keep warm mode. That must have fell and...
And someone stepped on it.
Footprints from the water.
You stepped on it with both feet? That's crazy.
Saying that it's still warm, the prints couldn't be more than a few minutes old by the time this data was gathered.
So right before we regained consciousness?
Yeah.
Can you tell me whose prints they are?
Judging from the shape and size, absolutely Amame's.
The prints lead to the door over there.
Sure, she did
The door on
something
the west side.
interesting.
The door on the west side of the building is locked. I don't think we can open it from this side.
Are there any other exits?
The only other door is the door to the east, the one we entered from.
So, east and west. Just the two exits.
Okay. Now, there's... Well, can we still check this out? No. Okay. So we did everything we could with thermo. Let's just check everything, I guess. It's a bunch of things. Kettle.
Kettle is on the floor.
Must have fallen off the table.
I wonder how it fell.
Someone did a pile driver on it. Either that or it was bumped or something.
So Mame tipped over the camera and this, I guess.
There's a power cord on that table. I think it's for the electric kettle.
Probably means the kettle was here.
Yeah.
That one video was playing on the monitor.
This is where you lost consciousness. And me, right after.
I guess we were attacked, right? After he lost consciousness. The camera. I want to check this out because Komeiji was looking here. Was looking around this, right? Mannequin? Nothing really. Host platform. Giant monitor. I don't think this didn't do anything for me. I don't know why. I can even check these. More mannequins. Well, let's just follow these. A natural spot on the rope that was used to tie up Ryuki.
It's the rope that had you in the tortoiseshell bondage position.
Tortoiseshell? No, that's not true.
Is it this?
Oh? Was it a crab tie?
No. No crabs, no tortoises, no shrimp, nothing. Anyway, look at the rope.
Fake
It's
nail.
a fake nail.
Mame's?
It matches
So
what
Mame did
Mama had.
everything. But this is like too on the nose. Like everything points to her. Like what's up? What's up with this? It's like a bit too good to be true, or too bad to be true. I don't know. Who knows?
Okay, it looks like we're pretty much done investigating here. I think I can make one conclusion.
Okay, so I didn't really have to check everything.
Oh? Care to share what that is?
First, think about what Mame did when she
Okay.
first entered the studio.
I don't know what she did first. That was at the end. This was after we got... What is it? Why can I even touch these? And this is not it. This is not it either. Huh? What did she do first? Of course it's nothing.
Mame
nothing.
loves her quiz shows. When she saw the contestant seat,
Not this,
she
right?
couldn't help herself.
So she went over to that seat.
Yeah, that's just wrong.
I'm sure she had more important priorities.
I'm guessing it's not getting the rope first. Maybe she went... But she went here after she tipped over the water and everything. And this was after, and this was after too. I'm just gonna see
Judging
what they
from the
say.
trail, I think she came to me first. She couldn't have come to me after stepping in the warm water, because if she did, it would have left prints.
Oh, when she entered the studio, you mean... Oh, right, because we went in there first after Komeiji, and then she came in. Okay. I got it mixed up. Whatever.
So the first thing she did must have been to try to untie me.
I'm guessing right after this we're gonna sync with Amami.
That's when a bit of her nail broke and stuck to the rope. But then, something happened that stopped her.
Something.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Anyway, she stopped
Something happened that stopped her.
trying to untie me.
Where did she go from there?
She was trying to untie you?
Here,
I'm a bit confused. Camera tripod.
Mame must have been in a hurry. She tipped over the camera by accident.
And then what?
She came here next.
She
Mame
was in a
ran into
rush
the table,
because they were
which
coming,
caused
right?
the kettle to fall, and the hot water spilled on the floor.
And then?
And then she stepped on it like a dumbass. She got here.
Well, if we trace her footprints, they stopped right in front of the western door. The door was locked and it didn't open, so she couldn't get out. And then...
So she tried to get out and then she played it off as if nothing had happened? Because she couldn't get out?
Tama, do you have any ideas why Mame stopped trying to untie me?
Mm-hmm. I sure do. But continue. I want to hear what you're thinking.
Okay, here's my answer. It's simple, actually. I think Mame saw Terror enter the studio.
Could be.
While she was untying me,
I mean, she is suspicious, but I'm guessing for now they're just thinking she was trying to help.
Terror came across the scene. They ran over to her to try to take her out. That's why the body was left in such an unnatural position.
Could be.
I see. We're on the same page.
But after she got to the door and it was locked, she would have gotten killed or worse. I don't know.
There are still some question marks, but...
Yeah.
Well, putting that threat aside for now, shall we get started?
Start what?
Filming, duh.
Again?
You got a problem? So, are you ready?
No.
Okay, here we go.
I said no.
Ready? Action!
I'm going to cast you as a Mame.
Recreate her movements.
Interesting that we're always doing
Let's start with when she first ran into the studio.
the culprit and now it's Mami that we're doing.
First move was...
Mr. Ryuki is tied up!
You're a really shitty actor.
Well, what did you expect?
Ryuki! Mr. Ryuki! Mr. Ryuki! Snap out of it!
This is when her nail fell off.
Mame tried to untie the rope and...
That's when Terror ran into her.
Interesting, because he was taken out of the room, then killed, so he couldn't have been killed here. So whatever machine or whatever he uses is somewhere else.
Since Terror is blocking the east door, she can't go that way.
That makes sense. Why she wouldn't go that way?
So she tried to run to the other door.
Okay, let's see your best performance. Gag.
Why do you make me do this?
Okay, go on, run away.
And then run into the camera. Then run into the table, and that drops the kettle, and... She discovers the west door is completely locked.
I guess Terra just wasn't interested in her, and they let her live. Or no?
Cut! You were doing so well.
We know that Terra is wearing a mask, so as long as she didn't see
Anyway,
them,
she was cornered
maybe they didn't
and-
care.
Huh. What happened after that? This is what I was trying to get at earlier. And one more thing. When you asked Amame if she saw the culprit, she shook her head. Why did she lie?
Hey, Tama. You collected all the data in this studio, right? Including X-ray?
Yeah.
There we go.
In that case...
Oh god. So he's just together with the mannequins? When I came in here, did I not see the hat? I guess I didn't.
I knew it.
What? Terror?
They're tall as well, right? Taller than Ryuki
I
at
think
least.
so.
So when we regained consciousness, they were in the studio?
Be wearing heels or something.
That must be the case. Wait, you didn't notice, Tama? I thought you had X-ray vision.
I thought it was part of the set.
Anyway, they have a gun?
Yeah, a 50 caliber automatic handgun. That could do some real damage.
Have a gun, interesting. So we saw Terror,
This next
interesting.
bit's just speculation, but Terror headed to the western door and cornered Mame, but then must have heard footsteps coming from the other door. Iris, Kizuna, and Shoma. Of course, Terror probably had no idea who they were.
Maybe he just threatened Mommy quickly and sort of told her not to say anything. That's why he wasn't talking. She wasn't talking later because she knew Terror was there. So maybe she thought if she said anything, she would get shot or something.
Terror must have said something like,
Don't tell them I'm here. If you do, I'll shoot you.
and they
Exactly.
hid in the set since their only escape route was cut off.
That's why Amame lied. She couldn't have said anything with Terror threatening her.
Probably. What a shame. Terror was right there, but we couldn't get them.
There was nothing we could have done. Shoma was the top priority.
Remember I said it was really stupid to leave the studio before the police, the investigating police got there? This is why. So dumb, but whatever. They needed to escape, I guess. That's fine.
Anyway,
It's true
there's
that we
only
needed to
one
get
thing we
Shoma,
need to do.
but we shouldn't have all left. All things considered, I was the only police officer, Ryuki was. So it's not like we could just leave the crime scene in charge of these girls, right? So, I don't know. The taxi driver could have helped.
Let's find Mame. She saw Terror in person. She's a key witness now.
She may not...
Maybe
well,
she has some information.
maybe she will speak now.
Something
Yeah.
about Terror we don't know. Maybe a voice or how they walk. Hey, Tama. Where is Mame?
I don't know.
Terror probably uses a voice changer
Her
as well,
smartphone is
like
either
the
off or
mask
somewhere with
lady.
no reception.
Ugh. Just hope she's not dead. I asked Tama to call Kizuna, Iris, and Gen to ask if they knew where Mame was. None of them picked up. Interesting. It's supposed to be the
Hold on a
morning, no?
second. What about your promise?
I was gonna say, we need to go to the hospital.
Fine, I'll get checked. And I want to talk to Shoma. He's at home now, right?
He's at home? At least that's what Thomas said before he came to the shrine. I have no idea how Shoma was able to get out of the Ferris wheel. I don't know if it's related to all this, but I had a strong desire to find out. What? I thought we would have the missing child from now on, but he's just at home? Or is his phone at home?
So we have 3 objectives. Finding Amame, getting checked up at the hospital, and meeting with Shoma, right?
Yeah.
Fine, I'll tag along. Not to mention today is special for partners.
True.
Valentine's Day.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me? Anyway, let's get going.
Marble? Why would I go to Marble? Ever. Okay. So many things. Why that? Why do I have so many things? We need to go to the hospital. We need to find this guy. We need to see if anyone knows where Amame is. Okay. We're gonna go to the hospital, even though might not be what Ryuki wants to do first, but we made a promise. I'm honestly worried. Like, if this was anyone in real life, I would definitely drag them to the hospital. Considering they got shot in the shoulder. The left shoulder as well. Oh. Reality is still getting all glitched out. Or should I say reality? Oh,
I'm
this
glad
lady.
we had an open room for you. It's quiet here. You should be able to relax and focus on your treatment.
Treatment?
Oh, you don't have to worry about the paperwork for your stay here. We'll handle everything.
Hold on. My stay here? What are you talking about?
You don't remember?
Remember what?
This is troubling.
What? Nurse is standing there. Let's do wing sync first.
Doctor, you shouldn't. You shouldn't be doing this at the hospital.
What?
Put your ball away.
Put your ball away.
No playing Kusemon Go in the hospital.
Okay. That was stupid. Stay at the hospital?
Mr. Ryuki, do you remember getting a checkup? I'm sure the doctor would have told you everything.
No, I have no idea.
How much time passed after that sort of
I
glitch?
see.
We're still in the same reality, are we? What if, dude, what if every time we see one of those things, we just swap to another universe? Or like go from reality to simulation and back? That'd be crazy. It's really hard to keep up with those if you don't know what they mean exactly.
Then I'm afraid I'll have to be the bearer of bad news. Mr. Ryuki, you have what we call cognitive dysfunction.
This could be either how they explain my weird moments with the Matrix, or we could actually be sick. Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Sometimes you'll forget what time it is or where you are, even lose track of the people around you.
But it seems like it's when the glitches happen.
It's all part of your condition. In addition to that, we believe that you have a short-term memory disorder.
This is what we thought as well. Well, at some point, didn't we think like, or didn't I think maybe Ryuki was a culprit, but it would have to be a crazy case of DID.
Tama.
Yes, it is.
Oh, sorry. Whoops. Brother. Is this true? Yeah, Tama knows
This
this.
is difficult for me to say,
And
but
since when has he known
your
this?
condition is very serious. We need to begin treatment immediately.
He's in trouble. Okay. Everyone's sick.
I'm going to get the files. I'll be right back, so please wait here.
I need to
Excuse
leave,
me.
right? I feel like Ryuki would just escape.
Okay, I went to the hospital like I promised. Now let's get going, Tama.
What are you talking about? That nurse told you that you need to stay here.
I don't have time for that. I need to solve this case. Please, Tama. Just 3 more days.
Also, if he has like a short-term memory disorder, Tama would be like the perfect partner to help him out. But she doesn't?
I refuse.
That's weird.
Fine, just 1 day. 24 hours is all I ask. Please let me do this. Please. I'll give you some chocolate later.
Are you joking? You know I can't eat chocolate.
No, I mean like emotional chocolate.
Ah, fine. But you're only getting 24 hours.
Okay.
Not a second longer.
Thanks, Tama.
Interesting. So let's see how this cognitive dysfunction actually works, or if it's just the Matrix going crazy. Because let's remember that Tama does not see what I see when that happens. Does not see the same thing as Ryuki. Pretty sure. Should we go here first? I feel like we could. We might want to go in order, but it feels like this makes the most sense. After we saw him disappear, yeah, he's here. The frick?
Hey! Don't get into Kotatsu without permission.
Okay.
It's cold out, and I'm cold.
Remember, he's still a dick.
What are you doing here?
We didn't save, sort
I
of
wanted to ask a few things.
save his soul this time around.
But before that, Shoma... No, never mind. Don't worry about it.
What do you mean, never mind? Ask him everything. Well, yeah. I decided not to ask him about what happened at the studio. It would be cruel to remind him, not to mention I didn't want him running off again. It would probably be best to avoid talking about Komeiji and the interrogation from the cops. I wanted to ask about the Ferris wheel. Already? Has it been 20 minutes? I guess so. How hard do you like your ramen? Normal? Is that loving? Is that brave? Dutty. Nice. Cool. Okay. So we got both from Mizuki. Both from Iris. And only one from Amame, didn't we? Yeah. We got Amame and Ritsuko. We need one more from her. Or we could try to get this one. So let's see what Amame is and what the other one is. Amame and Ota. Impish and crazy, okay. So either impish or crazy, and then once we get there, we'll... Which are very similar, I think, in responses. I already see the difference many times. Let's try to get impish or crazy. Maybe crazy, because we already have one Amame. If we can, crazy, if not impish, okay? What do you think of AI? Scary. Is that brave? Because I'm saying it's on AI. Amazing, useful, difficult. Okay, crazy, cool. Let's keep going with crazy. And after I'm done with all of them, I think I will not have a use for that. Should we do this?
Dad.
Oh, poor
Dad.
kid, yeah.
I shouldn't have said that you should die. It's all my fault.
Shoma.
Okay. How did you get out of the Ferris wheel?
Huh? What are you talking about?
The Ferris wheel at Misatan.
I didn't go to Misatan.
What do you mean, man?
What? That's impossible. I definitely saw you get on the Ferris wheel.
So do we have two Shomas? Or do we
You
have...
saw my doppelganger?
Or do we have a Shoma from reality and one from the simulation? Something crazy like that?
Or maybe my clone.
Your clone? No, I don't think so.
Well,
I mean,
wouldn't be too
we
sure.
may have the technology for it, but I've never heard of any human clones. Not to mention, it's forbidden by law.
The law doesn't mean anything.
True.
Not to a psycho like Chikara.
What do you mean?
That's true. Are you implying that at Hordor Institute they clone people?
Yeah, they're researching cloning. So maybe they secretly made my clone.
Impossible.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Well,
A weird joke.
I'm not kidding about Horodori Institute researching cloning. Just about cloning me.
Okay.
How do you explain the Ferris wheel then?
Maybe you were seeing things.
Okay.
Seeing things.
Maybe you got the TC Purge.
TC Purge?
Purge? What is that?
Last year, they invented a way to edit genomes called Purge.
Purge was developed by Horodori Institute.
Maybe I'm a test subject?
TC Purge is kind of like a virus.
They did something to Shoma, something like that, right?
People at Horodori Institute called it the organic nanomachine. It acts kind of the way a virus does. When it enters the body, it latches onto bacteria, and a protein complex called CRISPR-Cas-beta is made. CRISPR-Cas-beta can cut, move, and attach certain DNA nucleotide sequences.
Okay.
When it enters the brain, it can even overwrite the DNA structure inside neurons.
Interesting.
It can make you see things, make you dance. It makes you do weird things over and over. And on top of that, TC
How does he
Purge
know this?
multiplies in the body. It takes over the multiplication functions of bacteria and makes copies of itself. And it can be passed to other people with your breath.
Shoma, how do you know all this?
Well, there's just some stuff.
Okay, talk, dude. Really? You're not gonna talk anymore about it? Just gonna let it hang? I'm looking for mommy.
Yeah?
Do you know where she is?
I have no idea.
I'm interested in the other part. Bats 490.
Ryuki, we can hold off on Horodori Institute. We need to prioritize.
Yeah. We need to find Mame.
Is she gonna say more about it?
Shoma, you still haven't told me why you lied.
Lied?
About the code for Bats 490. That wasn't referring to Horodori Institute, but you said it was.
Sheesh, can you just let it go? I didn't solve the code.
Are you sure? What is this about?
I'm sorry, Shoma. This might be hard for you. But can you tell me about Komeiji? Komeiji picked something up at the rooftop amusement
No way
park
he
in
knows
Mizuta.
this.
Something that is meaningful or significant to Terror. But he didn't tell me what it was. I thought you might know something.
Sorry, but I have
Yeah.
no clue.
Yeah, we shouldn't
I
bother this
see.
kid anymore. Although living him home alone is kind of scary. Marble's kind of stupid, but she was there before. Why would she be here? Nope. Let's see if Mama knows something at all ever.
Welcome. We aren't open yet, though. I've got something for you, Ryuki.
What?
It's hard, and it'll leave a mess all over your hands.
Very nice.
I know exactly what Mom was talking about.
Do you?
It's chocolate.
That's what I was going to say.
It's Valentine's Day. I wanted all my customers to get some.
That's nice. That's actually very nice. Now, can you give us information, which is what we really care about? Inside the box is something hard. Play with it too much and you'll be left with a mess on your hands. Cool, cool. Now, give it to me. Wing sync.
Oh, you want to know why there are two balls? This way, I have a spare if one stops working.
Wonderful sync. Okay. Do you know where Mama is?
I don't follow.
I should
Did
thank
she
her.
get into trouble?
She may have come into contact with Terror. She might have valuable information.
She could also disappear because she's a key witness.
Well,
So,
okay then. Let's ask the big milky balls.
come on.
Could you call them something else?
Oh, mighty balls, who has the softest, bounciest skin in all the land? That is Mama, of course. That's right. Oh, you know it.
Who gives a shit?
I agree.
Ahem. Now, serious mode this time. Oh, balls, the great and powerful. Please find someone for me. Her name is Amame Doi.
Doi?
Where is she right now?
It's Doi? Okay. I'm thinking if we heard that before. I guess it reminded me of Dahlia, which was the name that someone said. Who said it? Who did Terror say my name is? To Dahlia? Ah, to said it was said to Shoma, pretty sure. Or no, when he was kidnapped. Someone when they were kidnapped, for sure. I think it has to be Shoma.
You should go to the Nice Japan branch. You should gain some valuable information there.
Interesting how Mama is still useless. But this now is giving us a lot of information.
Thanks, that was helpful. The Nice Japan branch.
Or maybe she's just making it up because she knows a lot
Are you
more.
gonna take her seriously?
Not necessarily, but it won't hurt to check, right?
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for the chocolate. I appreciate it.
Don't thank me, honey. Just don't forget to get me something on White Day.
What do you want?
Well,
Okay.
you can return the favor.
Meaning?
Something hard that will leave a mess all over my hands.
Ah, I got it. Nice. Any information about the case?
Information,
Nope.
huh? Oh, I saw something online. There's this creepy video going around. Do you
Yeah.
know about it?
Are you talking about the nirvanA trial?
No, not that one. There's another one.
There's a fourth video?
It was released at midnight.
If we see it, are we gonna go crazy?
It's called
nirvanA X. nirvanA X?
X?
Okay.
That's right.
This is the
Miyuki,
fourth
I looked
video,
it up.
right?
Once again, the original uploader is anonymous.
It's just like that QR video. I thought it might have something to do with the HB case.
Mama, did you watch the video?
Yeah, I have it saved on my smartphone. Wanna see?
No, Ryuki, don't do it. Something bad might happen again.
We need to watch it, dude. Well, Tama should watch it and say something. The ViewCube videos that have been released so far have not included anything that would induce a subliminal effect. That doesn't mean they're safe. There's a possibility that there was a special production technique that only works on people like Ryuki who have suffered some kind of trauma. Subliminal effect is a phenomenon in which a stimulus is given below the threshold of human perception, causing unconscious desires and emotions to arise in the person. That's an interesting concept as well. Reminds me of like BioShock that I played recently. It's a cool concept to explore. There's clearly something going on with Ryuki that it makes him sort of be able to receive something from those videos that other people don't. So we'll see. Can we watch it?
Mama, please?
Ryuki!
Ryuki!
Ryuki! Ryuki!
Love the voice lines. Really love
Okay,
this voice
then.
actress.
I'm going to stream it on the screen over there. It's probably better to watch it on a bigger screen.
Okay. Are we gonna go crazy?
Okay, here we go.
I would love to see if any of these videos have any actual information that I can see in plain sight, and it's not just like, no, when you see your mind go crazy. I just want to know if there's some clues like hidden in plain sight. I would really appreciate that.
Okay.
Clickety click.
So far, I don't think there are, but maybe there are. I have a TV. It's just weird stuff. Yeah, it's already. It lost me. What is going on? It sort of did look like the nice branch cathedral a little bit, doesn't it? Or it could? Not really. Oh, that's a code. 21512DD. Another code? Interesting. Should I write that down? What did I say? 21512DD? Was that it? Come on, Ryuki.
What did I tell you?
And then the letters I did not pick up.
I warned you!
Huh? I think I'm okay.
Don't scare me like that.
Okay. About
Judging
nirvanA
by
X.
the name, it's gotta have something to do with the nirvanA initiative. The incidents at Shinjuku might be related too.
What incidents?
What incidents?
Well, one example is what happened with that rocket. Luckily, there weren't any casualties. Anyway, I think that was like a test run for the initiative, but we don't know anything for sure. Where the actual show will happen,
What is he talking about?
who's behind it, and why, we don't know any of the details.
We do have a clue as to when, though. The nirvanA X video. There were 2 codes on there.
Yeah.
One of them was 2151200.
Oh, I thought it was D's. I don't know why. Okay. Does that mean it's the 21st of May? No, but what year are we at?
I think it's a date and a time.
February 15, 12
Ah,
p.m.
just February 15. Okay. So tomorrow at 12.
Yeah, noon tomorrow.
The date and time when the nirvanA initiative will begin.
I forgot that the Japanese do sort of have a system like the Americans.
There's not much time.
What about the letters?
Not sure about that one.
Let's write that down as well, just in case. C C F G G D, and then A E I G A H E. All right, we'll see. That means
The numbers represented a time and date, so I'm guessing those refer to
I was gonna say it has to be a location. It doesn't look like letters could be rearranged because there are not as many vowels. Like there are not many vowels here, not at all. And here there are 5. Only G, C, F. What could that be?
Location. We have a lot to think about now.
Let's get a move on.
Yeah, let's go to nice. Are they gonna let me in? Oh. Oh, they did let me in. Kagami? Oh, this guy again.
It
Well,
was 2
for the
days
first
ago
time, I
when
guess.
Tokiko's body was found here. The
Oh, no.
investigation is still ongoing.
So, what are you planning on doing here? Mommy wouldn't be here.
I didn't come here expecting to find Mame.
You should go to the NICE Japan branch. You should gain some valuable information there.
What valuable information could be here?
I don't know, but let's look around.
Okay. Wing sync. Does he say something about his name?
It's become a difficult situation. There are many factors to consider, taking into account probability and all.
The smart guy.
Well, what dating apps should I use?
Why do I speak so soon? So the wing syncs are getting just jokey.
So that's how it's gonna be. Well, I suppose it's not that bad. Is this getting a little too scripted?
Yeah.
That's what the people want. Anyway, my name is Kagami. That's my line. Huh? Did you forget already? Fine. My name is Kagami.
Keep clicking on.
Ka. K-A. Ga. G-A. Me. M-I.
I already know his name. I don't think I need to ask again. I'm pretty sure I know his name. I probably don't need to ask. His name is, what was it again?
Very well, Mr. Ryuki. You can give me a nickname.
Can
That
I?
way, you won't forget.
A nickname, huh? Something easy to remember would be good, right?
Exactly.
How about Kagami?
Yeah, I
That's
like
an
it.
easy nickname to remember.
Why me?
Okay. Where's Tokiko's body?
Her body is long gone for the autopsy. It really is a shame. She was killed right before her birthday.
Really?
Tokiko's birthday is February 15th. There was a huge party planned for her here.
I see.
It really is such a shame.
Mame?
Do you know this girl?
Huh? What the frick?
Her name is Amame Doi.
I was not expecting that.
Oh, I know her. She's a mermaid at Sunfish Pocket.
That's true, but how do you know that?
Well,
Oh, well, I've been there a few times. I wanted to investigate the day-to-day
True.
lives of young women.
makes sense.
As an inspector?
I need to know what's in. It's an important part of being an inspector.
That's a tough sell.
Do you know where she is now?
No, I wouldn't know. I can tell you that she isn't working right now, though. I heard from another girl that she hasn't been feeling well recently.
Right. It's unlikely that she'd be at Sunfish Pocket. Mame saw Terror at the studio. And right after that, she saw Komeji's body.
She could still be, like, under threat somehow.
It's unlikely she'd be at work with all that going on.
The image of a mame that appeared on Ryuki's hand. There was a hologram shot out from my left eye, my main body. How cool am I, huh? So, something people can see. Interesting. Let's just check everything, I guess. Talk to everyone, and then, if nothing else, I'll just check things. Detective Ushidera. Anything regarding Mame? Nope.
This girl.
No.
I don't know where she is.
Why is no one amazed at this?
I see.
If eyes are not something people usually have. Any clues on the president's
It's not a lead
office?
or anything, but it is interesting.
What is?
It's gonna take some time to prepare.
Okay.
I'll let you know when I'm ready.
What do you mean? That's such a video game thing to say. Did you search the space downstairs?
You talking about the underground cathedral?
Yep.
It's off limits right now. There's concerns that it might collapse.
So you don't know about the box?
The box?
There was a box there with a strange-looking device. Tama, can you show the image?
Sorry, I don't have it.
What? I forget what this is.
What?
A box with a strange device.
Miyuki, when you went to the cathedral, you fell off the bridge.
I remember the box. What was the device?
The impact caused me to lose some of my memory. I was only
Of
able
course.
to recover up to finding Tokiko's body in the president's office.
No backups?
Because it was so deep underground, there was no signal down there.
Okay.
Come to think of it, there were some network problems.
Exactly. So I couldn't upload the data to the cloud.
Damn.
Ryuki, I'm ready.
Okay.
That's what I mentioned to you earlier.
Oh, please go ahead.
Look at that pond over there.
Okay.
Is that?
It's Tokiko's hologram. Her laptop was in the desk. There was a program running. This. I think it's some software aimed at these cultists. Needless to say, it's just an image, so she can't really interact with you. But she does talk. Lectures even. If you give her a topic, she'll give some pre-recorded response.
Okay.
You can choose from 4. Moksha, gain. Form is emptiness, and the allegory of the cave.
Interesting.
There's other data in there too somewhere, but it'll take time to get at.
We should do that. We're going for crazy, if not impish, right? How many legs do you like? What? Okay, I really thought that would be crazy. Anyway, should we interact with her? I'm interested in this one.
The allegory of the
What's she
cave
gonna say?
is a story first told by Plato, the ancient Greek philosopher.
I like the holograms, how they look.
There are prisoners imprisoned
Oh,
in a dark
nice.
cave. These prisoners have never witnessed the outside world. All they can see are shadows projected on the walls in front of them. Merely the shadows of grass and trees, flocks of birds. Even families of
Why is the
deer
sun
would be
here?
shown from time to time.
How does that even work?
But the prisoners who have never seen the outside world believe these shadows to be the truth. Reality they do not doubt or question. One day, one of the prisoners unchains themselves and escapes the cave. They see real grass, real trees, real flocks of birds, and real deer. At that time, they saw the world as it truly is. Overwhelmed with emotion, they head back to the cave to tell the other prisoners of their discovery.
Everything we've seen until now have been shadows, false images. The outside world is completely different.
None of the other prisoners believe the escapee. Have they gone insane? They laugh. Do you understand this allegory? The escapee was enlightened with the truth and reached moksha.
Moksha? Is that like the real reality?
So what about you? Do you plan to live your days chained in a cave, scraping by a living in a world of falsehood and fraud? Or do you plan to join us? The decision needs to be made. Please demonstrate your determination.
Let's see what this is.
Moksha, or enlightenment.
So like the nirvana.
One is only truly free
Right?
when free from all desires. But this state of mind is not something that can be easily defined or described in words. It is implicit knowledge. It is not something you can understand without experiencing it for yourself. Imagine, for example, someone who has never seen the color red. It is impossible
I
to
like this
explain to that
thought
person what
thought experiments.
color red is. You can't truly understand the redness of the color red until you experience it.
Oh man. are.
Moksha is similar in this way. So how can you reach moksha? Among Hindu followers are those known as the sadhu. They follow a strict spiritual path of penance in an attempt to reach moksha. For example, one may stand on just one leg for decades, or try to roll across the entire Indo-Chinese continent. One may live on a bed of nails. Another might strike his head upon a pillar thousands of times.
Like the guy who sort of held his hand out for like 50 years, something crazy.
Among Buddhists, there are the ascetics. They perform a 1,000-day circumambulation, walking 30 miles a day around steep mountains. And they chant the mantras without pausing to eat, drink, or even sleep for 9 whole days. It is said that the founder of Zen Buddhism, the monk Bodhidharma, sat cross-legged facing a wall without rest for 9 years straight. But how do all these things achieve moksha? Is it because pain and penance cause your desires and thoughts to dull and disappear? That may be part of it. Or is it perhaps the state of nothingness that comes over you upon achieving these feats? One may come to the conclusion that desires themselves are illusory. Nyes has a slightly different interpretation. Do you know how a debugger finds bugs in games? They try to run into walls over and over and over again. They go to places that normal players won't go, or leave the game on for days. They do things that normal players don't do.
It would be cool if they added like out of bounds, added many things, so that people who hack or like playing to these glitches and stuff can find interesting stuff. I would live the outside of this room like filled with Easter eggs.
Unpredictable actions that the programmers failed to anticipate.
Like a sort of reward.
That is how bugs that weren't even considered in the planning stages are found. Does this remind you of anything? Hitting your head on a pillar 1,000 times. Sitting toward a wall for 9 years. What if these actions were not anticipated by the creator?
Interesting.
What if
Interesting way to see it.
these actions uncovered bugs in the real world? What if they revealed the seams? In other words, these practitioners of the extraordinary are trying to find the seams. Find them and achieve enlightenment. Learn
I like
the
this.
secret of this world.
Let's go.
The truth. And so we believe that moksha is this journey.
Okay. Bodhidharma meditated in the direction of the wall for 9 years. There have been idioms created about this. Since he was in the same position for so long, his limbs rotted off, which is why the Dharma dolls sold in stores look the way they do. Okay. That's creepy. Game.
This world is a simulation. Thus, its creator must have created with intention. This intention we can never know for certain. But we can surmise and we can estimate. Imagine you attempt an action, but that action is prevented by something incomprehensible to you. It is reasonable to assume that action was something not considered by the creator. Contrarily, if you attempt an action and feel yourself compelled by some otherworldly force, it is probably something the creator did expect. Like rats, trapped in a maze. Go in the wrong direction and receive a shock. Go in the right direction and receive a prize. Considering this, perhaps this simulation is actually a game. A game about escaping this inscrutable maze. Can you win this game? The creator probably wants you to.
Form is emptiness.
Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. So reads the doctrines in Buddhist scriptures. Emptiness is not separate from form. Form is not separate from emptiness. Whatever is form is emptiness. Whatever is emptiness is form. Emptiness is sometimes translated as void or nothingness. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. Everything in this world is false. False is this world to the core. Shotok Taishi, who spread Buddhism in Japan, said something similar. All is false. Buddha is truth. The first part of the quote is self-explanatory. The latter requires context. Buddha in this instance, is being used as a substitute for the general concept of enlightenment, Bodhi, Satori. Thus, the quote can be interpreted to mean, the sole truth of this world is enlightenment. Everything else is a falsehood. I will give another example. The butterfly dream, a famous legend told by Shuangzi, one of the founders of Taoism. One day, Shuangzi was a butterfly in a dream. He awoke from his dream with a question. Was his being a butterfly a dream? Or is this world he awoke in a dream? Many notable people in history have had similar thoughts. These same questions have been passed down for thousands of years. Why is that? Could there be a truth hidden in all this?
Nice. The music's really cool as well to accompany these.
Well, that sure was something. Didn't help much though.
It's cool to know sort of where Tokiko was coming from, I guess.
Not necessarily. This information might come in handy later.
We'll see.
If you say so.
Anyway, there was no information on Mame. Let's go somewhere else.
Okay. Or we go here. Let's go. Let's go in order, I guess. He might know.
Hey, Ryuki, what's up?
I wanted to ask you something.
Do we still... Can we not see behind it? It's Moma. Let's go Wing Sang. Could be interesting.
Oh shit, a shooting star. I want chocolate from Tessa. I want chocolate from Tessa. I want chocolate. Damn it, I couldn't send a third one in time.
Okay. Mame.
You're talking about a Mame Doi? Tessa's friend.
So you know her?
Of course. I know everything about Tessa. So what about Mame?
She might have some valuable information about the case. I'm trying to find her. Do you happen to know where she is?
Sorry, I got no idea.
I see.
Okay, that did not help. HP case?
Why are you even asking me?
Yakuza
Yeah,
have
I don't
connections
know why I'm
all
here.
throughout the underworld. So I thought you might know something. Anything would help. Rumors, anything.
Rumors, huh? So our parent group, the Ujisaki, there's this higher up that's connected to NICE. I did hear something from him. The president of NICE Japan, Tokiko Shigure. She was in a relationship.
She was in a
with that head of
relationship?
Horodori Institute. Chikara Horodori.
I think that could be true. Oh, Thomas Trivia, you just get it here. I mean, this whole thing, that's a long ass text. Okay, let's read it here. The Uchisaki family is a diabolical criminal group. Basically, they earn their income through illegal activities in the underworld, but they also seem to be receiving requests for work from secret societies. It seems that they have connections with the Freemasons. You know, Freemasons, a fraternal society said to have been created in the late 16th or early 17th century. They have members all over the world. They call each other brother, and they operate from the Grand Lodge. Their headquarters, yeah. The symbol of fraternity, that's a dot. The symbol of fraternity is a builder's square and a compass, the tools of masonry. Oh, and one more thing. The Eye of Providence is also famous. It's a triangle with the shape of an eye in it. The design is also considered one of the symbols of Freemasonry. By the way, there is a story that the Boy Scouts of America was also created by Freemasons. The Boy Scouts of America is ostensibly an organization that seeks to improve the character of its members to make good people even better, but actually it got glitched, I guess. Interesting. It's cool when they add like real world stuff. They've done that a couple times. It makes sort of the real world more interesting, even though sometimes what's actually true is more interesting than what you can come up with here, but yeah, I like the addition. Anyway, was she in a relationship with Chikara?
What?
That's interesting. Like a romantic
Of course,
relationship?
this isn't recent. We're talking decades ago.
Okay.
Back then, Tokiko wasn't even the boss. She was just some grunt at NICE. But Chikara, on the other hand, was pretty high up the ladder at Nice. Use his newfound power to get with Tokiko. Back when she was in her 20s, I heard she was a hottie.
Well, all due respect, she still is. All she was.
But like I said, she was young and naive. Chikara basically tricked her. He was married at the time, even had kids.
Bruh.
Tokiko was his mistress. Real secret relationship type shit. Yeah, that's all I know about that. But I do have some more dirt on Chikara. This was also decades ago, but Chikara went to child service agencies all over Japan and got something from them.
What?
DNA samples. He said it's for DNA treatment or something, but I don't buy it. My guess is he was doing something shady. Horodori Institute was real sketchy back then.
What about now?
Tokiko and Chikara in an illegitimate relationship.
And Chikara getting kids' DNA. Let's figure it out later.
We still need to find Mame.
We're getting a bunch of information actually, which hopefully they remind me of later because I'm not gonna remember all this. I guess we could go to the park.
Doesn't look like Amame is here.
But wait, Leon is.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Leon is obsessed with Kizuna, and Kizuna is Amame's friend.
Yeah, he might know where Mame is.
Let's ask.
Oh, you again. What's up?
Do you know a girl named Amame Doi?
Oh, Kizzy's friend. Of course I know her.
Do you know where she is?
Yeah, I do.
Oh. I got tapped out for no reason.
Really?
I saw her earlier.
Where?
I don't know.
Come on, man. No one respects Ryuki at all.
Give me 100,000 yen and I'll think about it.
What a dick.
You can't be serious.
I'm low on cash. Come on, Ryuki.
Fine. We'll do this. Leon, do you have a 500 yen coin?
Yeah,
I'm going to look away, and you put it in one of your hands. If I can guess which hand it's in, tell me for free.
And if you're wrong?
I'll pay you.
All right, sounds good to me. Let's do this. Don't peek. Okay, I'm ready.
Should be easy.
Guess. Which hand is it in?
I was gonna say, like, don't make me choose. You can see Leon's bone structure, scan both his hands, and... So we have to click on it. Okay.
Left hand, huh? Are you sure? You can change it if you want to. Darn it!
See?
How did you know?
Superpowers.
Ugh, damn.
Let's see what he has to say.
Well, fine. I did make a promise. I saw Mame at ION.
ION?
ION.
Okay.
That's the child services facility run by Riichi Chieda, Kizuna's father.
It's Valentine's Day today, right? We promised to meet up tonight. But I couldn't wait any longer. I want to see Kizzy right now. I don't need to talk to her. Seeing her from afar is enough. So that's why I went to ION.
It's kind of like wanting to watch porn before going to happy ending places.
I don't think this is anything like
yeah,
that.
no.
Mame was there. Mame, Kizzy, and Iris were talking. They had real serious looks on their faces. I couldn't barge into their conversation, so I left without saying anything.
They were discussing something serious then.
Those three, so Komeji's body is sure divided. Maybe they were talking about that. And Mame, Kizzy, and Iris, yeah.
Why are you even looking for Mame?
Well, you see...
Wait, is Mame a suspect in the HB case?
What?
No, that definitely couldn't be it.
No.
Oh, Kizzy. Yeah, I'm excited for tonight. We should meet. Okay. I'll see you there.
He already sort of told us.
A date? I guess it was a date.
Because it was Valentine's Day.
Yeah? Why do you ask?
Nothing. Just...
Kizuna saw Komeji's body at the studio, and then went on a date with Leon? Maybe she had an ulterior motive. You think? Why do you think Mom is a suspect?
Oh, actually, 4 days ago, on the 10th of February, I saw Mommy then too, in front of Horodori Institute. She didn't notice me though. Anyway, Mommy headed into Horodori Institute by herself.
Yeah, Mommy's weird.
What
Doing weird
business
stuff.
does she have at that research facility? That's what I was thinking to myself. I saw another person follow her in right after. It was Tokiko. Tokiko Shigure, president of NICE Japan.
Yeah, this is weird.
I know what you're thinking. Why would you think she's suspect just because of that? Well, you're right. I don't even know if Mame and Tokiko saw each other in there anyway. Not to mention Tokiko was killed 2 days ago, on the night of the 12th, so maybe it's got nothing to do with it. Nah, it probably doesn't. Just coincidence. But for whatever reason, it caught my attention.
Yeah, it would catch mine as well.
Oh, this?
I'm not sure if I'm gonna remember all this information, but hopefully I will for next time.
It's Alfred, non-alcoholic beer.
Where did we see this? Just recently. Maybe it was in Mama's place. We saw an Alfred something.
I really love this drink.
Did you buy that?
Of course I did. Okay, maybe it's true that I did steal a lot before. I know it's nothing to brag about, but they did call me the master of unlocking.
We should use this guy.
But that's all in the past.
Did you always steal by yourself?
It depended on what needed stealing. Sometimes I went alone, sometimes in pairs. If it was a big target, like some mansion in the boonies, I'd go with a team of 5 or 6 guys. The leader of the group was a Kumakura. You know them, right? That's how I met Moma, the chairman of the Kumakuras. I was usually partnered with Quartz. They were kinda like a bodyguard. Helped me out whenever I got in a sticky situation. Why am I even telling you all this?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I've said too much. Please forget it. It's all in the past. Like I said. Alright, I'm gonna get going.
I should get going too.
Kizzy tonight. I need to head to the beauty salon first.
Beauty salon?
Anyway, adios!
So they were both there. She could still be there. I guess we should
Why
go
was
to IOM.
at Horodori Institute?
But this was 4 days ago.
4 days ago?
Yep.
It's interesting that Tokiko was behind her as well.
Yep.
Horodori Institute.
Everyone's involved with
I
Horodori.
remember.
The goal was to get inside the hidden room inside Horodori Institute.
We totally put that on hold. We need to go search that hidden room.
Yeah.
But going now would be pointless.
But didn't the police or whoever say that they searched the Horodori Institute and didn't find anything?
If it's a hidden room, it's gotta be a secret and locked up tight.
Well, I guess he did, Leon. That they couldn't find him.
They're not just gonna let us in there.
Anyway, we should focus on the task at hand.
But if anyone can find
Mome.
it, it would be the guy with an X-ray and thermovision eye, right?
Yeah. Leon said he saw her at ION.
Okay. What weather do you like? We said crazy or impish, right? Rainy, windy, snowy. This would be normal, right? This is normal as well. Windy or snowy. Say windy. Okay, cool. I became a child. Amame. That's what we wanted, right? Yeah, we already got Ritsuko, and we're looking for the other one. I should check now what it is before we forget. Amame, we got Ritsuko, brave and impish, so it's loving and crazy. Okay. Try to remember that next time. And it's so as well, pretty cool. Let's check out the files. Short-term memory loss. A memory disability that makes you forget what happened in the last few minutes to a few days. I get this when I'm drunk sometimes. Disorientation, a disability that makes a person forget space, time, and people. I definitely get this when I'm drunk. Okay, man. Doppelganger. A type of hallucination in which you see someone that looks identical to you. Is it a type of hallucination? Also called autoscopy. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Often considered a supernatural phenomenon. It's rumored that if you see one, you will die, but that's not true. I've seen one so many times. Well, I'm basically half dead anyway since I don't go home on weekends and look through documents all day. Yeah, well. nirvanA X, a video from February 14th, likely related to the nirvanA initiative. There are 2 ciphers which seem to represent the time and location of the plan. I guess it could be like each letter swapped for another one or something. But yeah, I don't really see it. Like if it's a place in Japan, I don't see it having like double letters. I guess we'll know eventually. Pile driver. A pro wrestling maneuver. It is performed by sticking the hand of your hunched over opponent between your legs and lifting them so they are upside down. In this position, you fall backwards on your butt and the opponent's head is slammed into the ground. Cool. Let's not do that. Good old Kagami. Got me. There's a wonderful technology called the internet. Please use this to search for more. Okay. What does this mean? What is this referring to? Bondage. There are many bondage positions which reference sea life. How strange. Yeah, I wouldn't expect that. That's it, right? Let's see if we can already go somewhere else. Yeah, cool. So we're gonna leave it here. That was cool. Let's go bonus just so it saves. And we're gonna keep going next time. We still need to find Amame. Hopefully she's alive. We're gonna go to ION, the facility for children, and then hopefully we can go to Horadori and find that secret room. We just have a bunch of eyeballs, but nothing new to explore, so let's just leave it here. That's it for me. Have a good one. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you very soon with more of this mystery. I'm gonna go and sort of process all the information that they just told me. Hopefully I can remember some. So yeah, have a good one. Bye bye.